Hello, everyone. I am so excited. Today we have the wonderful Sadia here with us from Sadia Financial Solutions. Hey,
Hi.
wait, no, I
Hey.
said it wrong. We're gonna redo
Ty.
it. I'm gonna have to download this and then redo it. Let me say it over.
And then
Ty
edit.
from Sadia Tax Solutions. One,
Mhm.
two, three. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm super excited for our guest for you today. Her name is Ty from Sadia's Financial Solutions. Hello, Ty.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us. We have so many good questions about accounting and taxes. So we're
Great.
going to jump right in. Now, what is the biggest mistake that you see people make when they first start their business?
Well, one of the biggest things that I see clients and people that I've talked to do is intermingling their business and their personal finances. So let's say, you need to go to the store and pick up, ink cartridges or something for your business, and you just use whatever card you have in your wallet, and, that's a personal account, then, so
Mhm.
be it. And just one of the things that you got to make sure you do is separate those business and personal expenses. It just makes it so much easier for record keeping, IRS credibility and all of that. So that's probably the biggest thing I see.
So having
Setting
two separate credit card for yourself and then a credit card for the business.
Right. Have a separate business debit or credit card. Have a separate personal debit or credit card in your wallet. So, and if you need to, if you're going shopping and you need to buy things, both personal and for business, just split that into two separate transactions.
Oh, great advice. So, okay, now walk me through the process. I just started my personal training business, for example. I have a few clients. Now I have some money rolling in. What should I do?
You definitely want to make sure that all of your bookkeeping systems are in place. So, I would figure out a way um, to record and to analyze your transactions. So whether that's an Excel spreadsheet, a QuickBooks self-employed account, or something like that, where you want to make sure all of your accounting is in place. You want to do that while you're small, because as the business grows and you end up becoming a six-figure business, you want to already have things in place so that your record keeping is not out of date or incomplete. And then you also want to make sure that you go ahead and open a business bank account so that like we say, your business expenses and your personal are separated, and it just makes it a whole lot easier for your record keeping.
Awesome. So, do you recommend PayPal? And can we use PayPal as our business account?
I do know a lot of people who use PayPal, and PayPal is definitely fine. You just, they're great with records. If you need to run a report, you can do that, and it's just all part of, your record keeping. So they have a great feature where you can run reports for the money that's come in, the money that's gone out. So you'll always know, kind of at a glance. And then, of course, you do have those PayPal fees that some people like to avoid, but PayPal is really convenient and it's become really popular. So it can definitely be used as your business bank account.
All right, awesome. And just to clarify, even though we have our 9 to 5, we still have to um, take inventory of the income that we're making on the side.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even if you're just a sole proprietor, your business is needs to be reported to the IRS on your personal tax return, and that's going to be the income coming in and all the tax deductible expenses coming out. So you definitely want to make sure that you keep track of that, because that is included in your taxable income at the end of the year. So the IRS figures how much you pay in taxes based on your total income, and that's not just your 9 to 5, but also your side hustle.
Got it. Speaking of sole proprietor, how do we know if we should be an LLC or a sole proprietor?
Usually, starting out, I recommend just being a sole proprietor. Sole proprietor means that perhaps you just filed a DBA with your state, meaning a doing business as. So your business and you are basically the same. So as far as tax reporting purposes, the IRS doesn't recognize it where it's a separate tax return. Your business would be on your personal tax return. If you want to get an LLC is limited liability corporation. And basically, once you get to a certain level, you may want to do that just to separate your business from your personal. The main difference between sole proprietor and LLC is the liability risk. So if you're at risk for maybe being sued by a client or something happens with your business, LLC keeps that separated from your personal assets. So you know, if they sue you for whatever reason or something happens, your personal income, your personal assets, maybe your income from your 9 to 5 is not part of that. That part of you know what they include in money that you need to pay.
Oh, awesome! Thank you so much for that. The distinction between the two.
Absolutely.
Now, how much should we be setting aside for our taxes?
So for two different ways I think about it. If you do have a 9 to 5 still, and you're building your business on the side, a lot of times your taxes that are taken out of your 9 to 5 are enough to cover your business at the end of the year. So sometimes it's just a matter of maybe adjusting your withholdings, allowing your employer to take a little bit more in taxes out of your paycheck to cover whatever profit you make in your business. Now, if you're working completely for yourself, then you want to make sure that at least every quarter you're paying estimated quarterly payments. And basically what that means is your self-employment tax. If you're working on a job, if you're working a 9 to 5, they're taking out Medicare and Social Security for you. If you're working for yourself, you have to take it out. So that's 15%. And we usually recommend withholding maybe 25 to 30% of your profit every quarter to set that aside for taxes. So
okay. Yeah, it's probably
25 to 30
to do 25 to 30 every quarter instead of waiting for one time throughout the year, seeing all this money.
Oh, absolutely. And you definitely don't want to wait till the end of the year and pay it all at once, because the IRS does for not paying throughout the year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A little bit of.
Okay. See, this interview was really for me. No. Okay, my last question. When it comes to tracking your expenses, do you have any tips for us?
Definitely. If you need to track your mileage, one of the apps that I recommend is MileIQ. MileIQ is great because you don't have to have a book where you're, recording your mileage and your odometer readings. You don't have to remember it. It's linked up to your cell phone, so as you travel, it keeps track of your mileage. And then all you have to do is swipe to the left for personal, swipe to the right for business. So you classify all the trips that you've made. So that's a great way to keep track of your miles for your business. They give you a report. You can go online and run a report and see, how many miles you drove for business, how many miles you drove for personal. And then also for your record keeping, I recommend a cloud-based software, something like QuickBooks. Maybe if you have a Xero, Xero, that's another really popular software to record your transactions on. I personally use FreshBooks for keeping track of my invoicing and money coming in and money going out as well. Just anything cloud-based. Some people, it's a matter of preference. So whether it's QuickBooks or FreshBooks or Xero, these are all cloud-based software, so that keeps your information backed up and secure, so you never lose your records.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ty, for dropping all these gems on how to keep our money, the most money for us, and out of the IRS trouble. We really appreciate it. Now, how can we keep in contact with you if somebody wants to work with you and your financial solutions?
You can find me at SaidiaFinancial.com, which is SAIDIA Financial.com. I'm usually everywhere on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook as TKS Tax Lady. So it's T as in Tom, K as in Kite, S Tax Lady. And then you can also find my contact information on the website.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And remember, even though you might have a 9 to 5, you still have to report your side hustle income. Yes. All right. Thank you again, Ty. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.